Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bucket Talk Baseball Podcast. My name is Christian Bond, joined by Jackson Kahn. Jackson, how are you doing today?
I'm a little tired, other than that, doing pretty good.
It's been 2 weeks since we've talked to the people.
Yeah, I know. It's been.
What have you been up to?
Really just a lot of schoolwork and trying to keep up with all the stuff the Mariners are doing.
Yeah, they've been pretty active. I spent like all of last week inside the Tacoma Dome for state basketball.
Yeah.
And then had a 3-game series at POU over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
So not busy at all?
No, I've been bored.
No.
Almost.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, it's catching up to me this week because I got a presentation Friday and then a presentation Tuesday night. And I spent all of last week watching sporting events.
Yeah.
So
is it on sporting events, your presentation?
Which one?
Because if it's on sporting events, you're good to go.
I had to ask which one. No, I don't think either are really on sporting events.
All right, good luck then.
So I got some catching up to do, but we're gonna take a break and we're gonna talk about baseball.
Okay, yeah.
Instead of just hunker down and get the stuff taken care of.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a long 2 weeks. What all did we miss?
So, the Seahawks lost their quarterback to the Yankees. We missed that.
How could you have missed it? It was getting played by everyone in the world, and now we're going to fall guilty to it.
Yeah, it's just because we missed a couple weeks. This is the only reason why. I mean, we would have been right on top of this, folks. Like, we would have been the first one out there, but we just had other stuff we had to get done.
There's nothing that agitated me more in a long time than Russell Wilson pretending to be a Yankee, even if for a week.
It's helping the Russell Wilson brand. It's really helping his brand there. Another championship.
Yeah. See, when he says stuff like, "I wanted to punch him through my phone screen," like how can you genuinely say that?
I mean,
let's go win a World Series. You're gonna have nothing to do with that, Mr. Wilson. Why are you saying that?
Every minor leaguer has a major impact in winning a World Series. Everybody knows that.
He was there for a week. He's a failed minor league player.
Okay, yeah, so even better.
It was using celebrity for personal gain, and that is the biggest problem I had with it. It wasn't even a genuine attempt to become a baseball player again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because he's getting up there in age. He's 29 only, but still, he's still getting up there in age, and he's not Bo Jackson or Deion Sanders or even Michael Jordan for that matter.
Did you fall victim to being impressed with his 6 batting practice home runs?
No, they were cool to look at. No, don't get me wrong. They were cool to look at. I'm like, because the swing was good. I would take that swing over Tim Tebow's swing any day of the week. Now, against light pitching, neither of them could hit the broadside of a barn.
Which they didn't. He got one at bat, which I was surprised about.
Yeah, no, I was surprised.
I'm surprised he even stepped up there.
Yeah. I thought he'd just hang back and throw sunflower seeds at Giancarlo Stanton or Gary Sanchez or something.
Pitcher should have beamed him.
Okay, whoa, there. Whoa. Seahawks fans are getting a little hot just for even mentioning that.
They should agree with me. Was he wasting his time over there?
Helping the Russell Wilson brand.
Oh, my God. Waste. So wasteful.
It was a good move on both sides. It's going to help the Yankees get some eyes on them, like they need more, and it helps Russell Wilson. I
can't believe even like the league social media pages.
Oh yeah, that
we're
was
pumping it
both
up.
NFL and MLB.
I was like, why? It's I get why, but
yeah.
I understand it, but it's an irritating subject.
Yeah,
garbage.
Okay, so let's get off that then. What else happened? Okay, so everybody got scared to death that Felix Hernandez died for a little bit there.
Yeah, he sold it like he did.
Oh yeah,
didn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, so was it his spring training debut? Second, maybe?
It's one of the
first or second.
First or second. It might have been his first.
Felix Hernandez gets hit in the right forearm elbow area with a screaming line drive.
Yeah.
And moves off to the mound to the right, throws his glove on the ground, bends over at the waist, hand on where the ball hit. I mean, it looked like it was
I thought it was broken. Like when I saw the video, I was like, he broke something in his arm for sure.
And with the trend of Mariners injuries, everyone just had assumed that that's it. There's a month, 2 months of not having Felix Hernandez.
Yeah, well, thank goodness that was he pitching today, pitching yesterday?
He was throwing yesterday, so they got him back. So in the time it took us to not do one of these podcasts, he got hit, got healthy, and is throwing again.
Yeah. So okay, all's well that ends well.
Exactly. That was was rough. You were scared by it though.
Oh,
I watched it like 3 times. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, I was. Well, I didn't know about it until you sent me the link, and because I was just super busy that day or something was going on. I think I was almost, or I just pulled into work, checked my phone before I walked in, and was like, hold on a minute. And yeah, so I was like, that's a great way. Your number 2 pitcher, I still think he's number 2, not number 1. Number 2 pitcher out for a few months is bad.
Yeah, but luckily just a contusion, and like we said, he's back throwing again, not on the mound, but throwing a baseball again. So
he doesn't need.
He'll be ready.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be on the mound. Really, he just needs to kind of warm up his arm a little bit. He doesn't need to be throwing a whole lot, anyways.
Other Mariner injury news: Ben Gamel, strained oblique, will miss 4 to 6 weeks, and that puts us into the beginning of the season already.
Yeah, it's. I'm bummed by that, mostly because of what happens because of him being hurt. But we'll get to that in a little bit. But Gamel's just so good.
I've heard talk of him being considered by the general baseball world as a 4th outfielder. I think he's better than a 4th outfielder.
Yeah, I think he's both. We talked about 4A players the last time. He's definitely an MLB guy. He's an everyday MLB guy. He's not going to be your top of the lineup guy, but if he's hitting 7 in your lineup, like he would 6 or 7, which you would be doing for the Mariners this year, that's really, really good. I would take that 10 days out of 10 days.
There you go, yeah. Yeah, I mean, part of what is such a draw to Ben Gamel is how hard he plays. I mean, there were so many highlights last year of him crashing into a wall.
I love that outfield.
Making a catch.
I love that whole outfield.
Of what they have right now between Gordon
and last year's. Gordon and this, it's just fast, and they go get the ball, and just every ball has a chance of getting caught that's hitting the outfield, and they go so hard.
Does he play that way because he knows he's still kind of in a proving himself phase where he has to go crash into walls and get baseballs, or is that truly what Ben Gamel is?
I think it's what Ben Gamel is. I think he knows he's not going to be a 30 home run guy every year, and he knows he's not going to be a guy who's going to hit 330 either. So he's got to be the guy who makes those outstanding defensive plays in order to keep him hitting 260, 270, 280, whatever it may be in there. He's basically like Kyle Seeger, but in the outfield, is what I think.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
A little less power.
I think that's pretty fair. So Ben Gamel is hurt, strained oblique, out 4 to 6 weeks, and with an oblique, it very well could be longer than 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Mitch Haniger, the right fielder for the Mariners, just started taking BP again this week. Mm-hmm. He had some sort of a hand injury or a wrist injury. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think
something like that. Ultimately, the Mariners were rather depleted in the outfield. Their really only healthy projected opening day starter was a guy who's never played outfield before and is going to play center field for him this year, in D. Gordon. And that led them to going out and signing a veteran, if not a mega veteran, at 44 years young, Ichiro Suzuki.
I hate this.
Is coming back to the Seattle Mariners.
It's the worst move. It's terrible.
Go ahead, go with it then.
Okay, all right. So here, let me list a bunch of guys who could be better than Ichiro in the clubhouse. Melky Cabrera, everybody's favorite uncle, Seth Smith, Chris Young, Jose Batista, Curtis Granderson, Jason Worth, Andre Ethier, Carlos Beltran, Matt Holliday, all those guys I will take over Ichiro.
Aren't they all more expensive too for longer term deals?
I'm totally fine with that. That
Ichiro is like a 1 year, maybe even a 3 month grab for $2 million, including incentives. The maximum money this guy can make in a year is $2 million.
But how much that he takes up when it comes to the traveling circus around him, and then on top of that, how horrible of a human being he was during his last stint as Mariner. Now everybody heard that Ken Griffey was hard to deal with in his years here, like towards the end.
Right.
Ichiro was even worse. He didn't talk to anybody. He didn't mentor anybody. He still used a translator when doing stuff. How was he talking to Carlos or Melky Cabrera playing first base? English. That's like there's no other way he could be talking to him. So he oh my goodness.
You are frustrated.
I am so mad. He's just not a good guy. Doesn't care about anybody else but himself, and he says, like I'm flipping through Bleacher Report here, and he's saying that everything he's learned. You were gone for 5 years, 6 years, something like that.
But you have to
how much could you have learned, and you're going to come back to the place where everybody treated you like royalty? It's going to be pretty easy to fall back into the same.
But everyone knows he's not what he was when he was here. Like, could part of you understand the attitude from Ichiro when you are Ichiro Suzuki, legitimately one of the best baseball players on the face of the planet in your prime, and you're surrounded by subpar players at every other position. You're out here whacking 200 hits a season, and they can't put a team around you to help you do anything with that, and then you just get a little bit too arrogant because, like you said, treated like royalty. I promise you it will not be the same way. There's no way it could be the same way.
I'm just saying it's pretty easy to fall back into what you've been doing if this is how it's going to be.
The only thing that's the same about it is he's wearing 51. That's it. He's going to play left field. He's going to he's going to play left field. He's going to bat like 8th or 9th every single day. Scott Service today said that they were going to run him out there 4 or 5 times a week. That's too many.
Oh yeah, that's way too many. But that's where that with having the outfield depleted as is, like that's what they're going to have to do. I just read Ichiro can help us win. I don't think he can help you win. I can help you maybe not lose. If a ball's hit at him, he's going to catch it.
There you go.
But he's not going to do anything any more that Jose Bautista or any of those other guys could give you.
But they're also a longer term commitment. If you just said earlier that you love the outfield with the way it is with Gordon and Gamble and Haniger, that's your outfield for the next until 2023.
Yeah. Yeah.
So why would you bring in a Jose Bautista who is going to plug up one of those spots?
Well, none of those guys have places to be right now. They're going to eventually cave and sign a 1-year deal
because they don't need to be.
What are they going to do? Sit in their butts and at home? No, they're going to want to go out there and play somewhere because not all those guys are going to retire this year. No way. They're going to find some place to play.
No, I hear you on that, but just because there are better options out there doesn't mean that they're an appropriate fit for what the Mariners need. I mean, he's a stopgap. There's 4 or 5 times a week because Ben Gamble's hurt, and once Ben Gamble's back, Ichiro is the 4th outfielder. Right?
He still shouldn't even be the 4th outfielder. He's not even good enough for that.
So ultimately, is there some merit to signing Ichiro, bringing him in, and keeping Braden Bishop or Guillermo Heredia in AAA or AA? Because throughout the history of the Mariners, we have seen players get rushed to the major league club.
Oh, yeah.
Like, is there merit in using Ichiro as the 4th outfielder as a stopgap to continue proper development throughout the minor league system?
There needs to be somebody else there. Like, you can't bring up those minor league guys because I'm tired of watching guys get up to the big leagues, take 7-8 years to figure it out because they got rushed up too fast. So there does need to be somebody. I'm going to say I'd rather it be anybody but Ichiro. That's what I'm saying.
But it wasn't going to be anybody but Ichiro because the guys you've already listed are going to require long-term deals. They're not caving yet. Ichiro's going to.
They're not. They're all of them. All of those guys aren't sitting out this season.
Dude, he might not even be on the team in June. Like it was a low risk. It's low everything. Low risk, low everything. There's no reason not to do it.
I disagree.
You're saying because of the person he was in 2008?
I'm saying the person who is somebody. People don't change. He's that kind of guy.
Yeah.
I'm just not an Ichiro fan. I've never really been an Ichiro fan. His singles in the 8th inning when they don't matter, down by 5, but in games that are 1-1, and if you pull a ball down the line, it can score a guy from first, and then you roll over on a ball to the second baseman for a double play to end the inning and end the game. Like I'm tired of seeing the same. I don't want to see it again. I saw it for my whole life growing up, and I don't want to see it anymore.
But you won't. He's going to be the 4th outfielder that hits at the bottom of the lineup. And
no, he's going to be starting at the beginning of the season.
For 2 weeks?
Yeah, and I don't even want to see 2 weeks of it.
Who cares? It's 2 weeks at the beginning of the year.
Going 4-10 over the first 2 weeks, and watching
from
Ichiro,
one guy.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
So Guillermo Heredia makes them, 6 and 8?
I will take that over watching Ichiro. I will take anything.
Why are you so mad about this?
I just don't like Ichiro. I was an Ichiro fan when I was a little kid, like 8 or 9, but since I realized that he's not that good of a player, it's okay. I take that. Okay, I retract that statement. He is one of the best. He is one of the best hitters of all time. Like, I just don't like how he plays. Yeah. I mean, I just don't like how he plays.
I saw a tweet yesterday. Someone said that Ichiro was the most underappreciated Mariner of their lifetime. Who would you put? Okay, and that makes sense because the teams weren't that great when Ichiro was in his prime here in Seattle, correct?
Yeah, but I don't think that makes him underappreciated. Like I would say, most of the fans going to the games were there to see Ichiro during his prime.
Right.
So I don't know if that makes him underappreciated. I would say like Dan Wilson or like somebody on those teams that were good who was like, I wouldn't call Ichiro underappreciated. I think I disagree with that.
I could see where the guy was coming from, though.
Yeah.
I think the Mariners overall were a joke while he was here.
Yeah.
And therefore easy to forget about how good Ichiro was.
Yeah, you don't forget how good Felix has always been. And to me, they're the same. They've been on the same teams pretty much. So, I mean...
Right, but he never left, making him... Like, in the same way that Edgar is appreciated for never leaving, Felix Hernandez is also, if that makes sense. And that might even be a stretch.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think he's under... everybody knows he's one of the best. Like, he was an all-star his first, let's say, 4, 5, 10, 11 seasons.
Yeah, I mean, very easily.
I don't know if that's if you're underappreciated, you might miss the all-star game kind of thing. Not always be in the MVP voting. He was in the MVP voting every single year except for one. In that one season, he batted .303. That was 05. He wasn't in the MVP voting, but he got a Gold Glove. He got a Gold Glove every year. Yeah. So I mean, I don't think that's underappreciated.
Maybe he meant by the general public. The casual fan watching games.
Yeah, if Joe Schmo, who's watching 2 innings and just there to hang out with their friends at Safeco Field, probably is not going to care about Ichiro unless he's making a throw or stretching out a double. But I mean, overall, not the most underappreciated.
Tell us what you think in the YouTube comment sections. Are you going to be happy to see Ichiro back in a new role with the Mariners, the old guy chilling, playing whatever he needs to play? Or are you mad about it? Are you mad about it because the person Ichiro was? Are you mad? What are your feelings about Ichiro being a Seattle Mariner once again?
One thing, though, if he does get on the mound this year, I will take it all back. He will be my favorite. If Ichiro makes it on the mound this year, not in spring training, in a regular season game just like last year, if he's on the mound, I will take it all back. He is much needed then. Because I will see that. I will be... No, I was. Yeah. That's good stuff. That's good.
That's
stuff.
Simple.
Yep.
That's simple. So they run him out there in a 18-2 blowout.
Yep.
He'll be sweet. I'm happy to see him back.
Yep.
That quick.
That will turn me.
Huh.
That and that alone.
Wild. Ichiro. He's a Mariner. 44 years old. The only 44-year-old free agent signing probably in my lifetime that I'll be like, yeah, cool. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
If it ever happens again, I never see myself. Never. I don't care who the player is. I never see myself going, oh, okay, whatever.
How old was Jamie Moyer when he finished? Let me look that up real quick.
I think he was like 48.
Yeah, he was up there. He was closer to 50.
Old.
Well, he's 55 now. He was playing up until not too long ago. Get out of here, Wikipedia. I don't want you. No, but let's see here. He's got to be pretty old.
When he was, I know he was he a Philly by the end of his run?
He was a Philly. No, he was a Rocky. Okay.
Yep,
Yeah. So
how old was he?
49. So he was a Philly up until 2010. He was 47. Then Colorado, I guess, needed a really, really soft lefty, crafty lefty, because he got 50 innings.
He played 50 innings at 49 years old?
Yeah.
As a reliever, obviously.
He's 2-5. So he must have started some games.
You come into the middle innings at Coors Field.
Let's see here.
I'm not a big hitters and pitchers park guy, but yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. What was his ERA? 5.7. Who? He was a 4.8 though in 2010. I'd take that from my 47.
As an inning eater?
From your 47-year-old.
Old dudes playing baseball. Too funny. Oh man, what else do you want to talk about? Anything else?
I
missed 2 weeks this, and
yeah.
All we got is Russell Wilson, Felix Hernandez, and Ichiro. It's kind of a big three of Seattle sports over the years. It's kind of stacked.
I mean, overall, Seattle sports, super pumped about a hockey team, but...
Oh, there you go. Do you have a hockey team name in mind?
Okay, so like, people are saying Krakens, things like that. Not a fan. If we threw it back to when the Metropolitans, back in like 1918, were still a team, the Seattle Mets.
That's awful.
It's not awful. It's not bad.
It's awful.
It's not bad.
It's bad at best.
It's not bad. It's C- at best, which is not bad. It's just a little below average. It's a little below average. Anyway, so totems. I don't mind the totems.
Totems is okay.
I'm a no-go on like Kraken or like
Sasquatch. Seattle Sasquatch.
No, it has to be plural. It's got to be plural. I like the Cubs, the Mariners, plural.
Seattle Mariners, just the hockey version.
Yeah. No. I'm just saying. Okay. I'm just saying other plural.
Okay.
Other plural names.
Sockeye.
The Sockeye.
Seattle Sockeye.
That's not. Again, I would say that's C+ at best.
What did you say? That I forgot Mets. Seattle Mets, like it was.
Yeah, because
when no one was. No, that's so garbage. Get creative.
Oh, let's see here. I don't want to like pull out random ones. Like I don't really like the Black Knights. Like that doesn't seem like a.
Doesn't the Vegas team the Knights?
Yeah, I know. I'm just not a fan of that. That doesn't seem like. It doesn't seem hockey. I don't think.
Too generic. Neither does the Mets.
But it's a metropolitan. Seattle's a metropolitan. Let's see here. The Rainiers, Seattle Rainiers.
No. Not creative enough.
Oh, Seattle Emeralds, because it's the Emerald City.
I've heard people talking about calling them the Emerald City fill in the blank.
Emerald City?
Instead of the Seattle fill in the blank.
That wouldn't be bad. I
wouldn't
mind that.
Creativity is what I'm looking for. That's why I said things like Sasquatch and Sockeye and Kraken. I'm even for Kraken. Who cares? Hockey team, cool, good deal. I had a friend tell me yesterday that they tried to buy a bunch of domain names.
Oh, just
to try and snake.
Yeah.
And take them away. And he's like, oh, it's too late.
Yeah, people are already on that.
It's like, wow.
No, because somebody had, I don't know what it was. It might have been the Totems of the Emeralds. Somebody already had that domain name, and they were talking about it on radio talk shows. We're going to just be generic about that. But, yeah, so I don't know. I don't really see, like, I'm looking at some of the possible names. None of them seem like the Seals, the Sea Lions.
Seattle Seals is actually kind of funny. I kind of like that one better than the Seattle Mets.
I don't know. Evergreens, boo.
That's bad.
Firebirds.
That's bad.
That's not even a real. I'm not a big fan of the not real things. Like, you can't get behind not real things.
So is that why you're out on Sasquatch?
Oh no, I'm a big Sasquatch guy. No, Sasquatch is real. I just don't think it sounds good. I think if we had a rugby team, a professional rugby team, the Seattle Sasquatches.
What's the professional rugby league called?
I don't know. The PBL? The
PBRL?
No, Professional Rugby League? No. I don't. Where to get the B? There's no B in there.
PBR is Pro Bull Riding.
Yeah.
Big bull riding guy?
Yeah. Growing up, yeah.
Was when I was like 4.
Nah, I'm not really watching it much anymore.
Yeah, no.
But, yeah, I don't know.
Any other baseball-related activities you want to talk about?
This is a baseball podcast.
I mean, it can be.
Yeah. So, what else is there? We got... It hasn't really been much.
I haven't watched any spring training games. I've hardly listened to any.
I've listened to more than I've watched. Just I haven't been home. I have game 1 on the DVR still, not watched.
Who's gonna play first base when we start?
Vogelbach's looking good. Ford's looking good too. I doubt Vogelbach's gonna be making the team when he comes up. Like, he'll be a AAA guy to start off the year.
So it's gonna be Ford, Mike Ford,
probably.
Very generic MLB The Show create a name.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was a person, to be honest.
A thing. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I did hear him crush a 3-run bomb on the radio.
Yeah,
a couple days ago, which is always nice from your first baseman.
It is. It's good. It's refreshing.
D. Gordon's been fine, correct? I heard him get his first steal. On the radio last night before I went to class.
Been good. I heart D. Gordon. I heart Gene Segura too.
Marco Gonzalez is making some noise.
Yes, I'm super excited about. I thought he was going to be better than Andrew Moore, and I thought he had more of a chance.
That one's funny because of the Tyler O'Neill for Marco Gonzalez trade.
Yeah.
If that doesn't happen, are we assuming that Tyler O'Neill prevents Ichiro from being a Mariner?
Ooh,
right.
I might hate Marco Gonzalez now.
You just backlog it and look at it.
Yeah.
But who is more, long term, Marco Gonzalez is bigger for this club than Tyler O'Neill would have been.
For
So
sure.
you can't be mad at that trade.
Yeah, I'm not mad. I take that back.
They said he was working on a second, like a cutter or something like that to add to his repertoire because this is his second year back from Tommy John. And
Yeah.
they say quotations that second year back is where you actually see the jump.
Yeah, because you still, after putting a new tendon in your arm, it takes some time for it to get used to going through the motion.
It's wild.
Unintended.
It's wild that is so breezed over.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Tommy John, he had it. Now he's back.
Well,
like,
I mean,
you just said put a new tendon in his arm. I'm like, ugh,
so
gross.
okay.
Everyone gets that done now.
So a little inside. For a time, scouts wanted every single pitcher to get Tommy John
From the start?
so they can prehab. Because, like, if you're prehabbing, like, the chance of you getting hurt is pretty slim to none. It's hard. It's like almost unheard of for guys getting Tommy John twice. So if you're prehabbing,
so to avoid it almost, you just do it when they're 18 and
then just go from there.
What?
That was
dumb.
That was a thought for a while.
That's dumb.
Have that from an inside source. So
I don't know about that.
I don't know. The thought is prehabbing ahead of time. If every single high school in America was taught the correct way to prehab an arm, like, nobody would have arm problems ever.
Yeah.
That's the thought. Oh, we forgot about Ryan Healy.
He's gone. We talked about him. Did we not? Like the first
No.
one we did? No.
No.
Yeah, he's not going to play. Well, we just talked about first base problems.
Yeah, I know.
But there's no Ryan Healy for a while.
Yeah. I
wanted him to be close by opening day. So he's probably going to be like start on the 10-day deal.
Yeah.
And then maybe that second week be brought back on.
Okay.
So whoever your first base fill is for
probably
that long.
probably going to be Ford. And in that case, I had no idea that Healy was going to be out that long.
It was like a 4 to 6 weeks thing.
Oh, okay.
It was weird because he had that bone spur, and then people were like, "Why? If it was a nagging injury, why didn't he get that addressed?"
Yeah. Okay, I knew that we talked about it previously, but I didn't know it was a 4 to 6
Maybe we
week thing.
didn't talk about the injury itself. We talked about adding Ryan Healy.
Yeah.
Sneaky best move of the offseason.
I hope so when he gets healthy, but it'll be Ford, Vogelbach, Taylor Motter is going to find a way to be on the field. So.
Probably my favorite 4A player right now is Taylor Motter.
One of my favorite guys to watch play is Taylor Motter.
Remember when he was crushing at the beginning of last year because people were throwing the ball inside and he was putting it in the seats or off the wall, and then they figured it out and then he couldn't touch anything.
Felt like
I don't know how that took 2 weeks, but
yeah, it takes a while for film to develop. I guess I don't know.
He's parking balls on the inside part of the plate, throw it on the other side, and watch what happens, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
But it took 2 weeks. Like I said, it was dumb.
That's like the lefty second baseman turned outfielder. I totally forgot.
T. Gordon?
No.
That's exact. Oh.
No.
Ackley.
Former Mariner. Ackley. Yeah. It's like Ackley.
Yeah. Were you a big Dustin Ackley guy?
When he first came up, I thought him and Seager were going to be the middles forever. And then...
and then he sucked because he got put up too soon.
Yep.
Man, if they would have had an Ichiro type guy to keep Ackley in the minor leagues for a couple more years.
Oh, no. Nope.
Maybe even just 1 year, Ackley.
Nope.
Ackley picked before Steven Strasburg, I believe.
Yeah.
Right?
No, was it Trout or Strasburg?
Both.
Yeah. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. Hindsight's 2020, but that was a bad pick. Oh, Tim Lincecum. Speaking of
that's right.
Of
yes,
prospects,
local boys.
Ranger.
Ranger
I saw
now.
pictures of him online, and he looks cut. He is in.
He's like
good shape.
5'8", though, is he not?
Yeah, but he's back. Instead of throwing 89 to maybe bumping 91, he's sitting 91, 92, bumping 94, 95.
Of old guys,
huge
easy
difference.
contracts, I thought his would have got done before the Ichiro one got done. I thought he was worth the risk too.
Oh, he would definitely. I would definitely throw some money at him because at least the shape that he's in now, he looks like a professional baseball player.
Could be the Rangers closer, from what I heard.
That'd be interesting. Bartolo Colon going a solid 8, and then Timmonskin coming in would be one of my favorite games to watch.
Bartolo Colon, solid 8. Yes,
That's the only reason why I'm bummed that he's on the Rangers because I don't get to watch him hit anymore.
Yeah,
I know he said that he didn't. He was happy that he didn't have to hit anymore, but still.
When you hitting is a meme, you're probably pretty happy that you're not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting times. We're getting closer to opening day. Just like that, it's like 3 weeks from now.
I'm excited.
No, you're not. Ichiro's going to be on the field.
Well, I'm excited for the other 8 guys.
For the other 8. Oh, man. All right, let's wrap this thing up. We'll do this again in a week. Sound good?
Hopefully.
Hope, yeah. In theory, it's going to be done in a week, but you never know. Things get busy.
Yeah.
All right, for Jackson Collin, my name is Christian Bond. We're out of here.
See ya.
There you go.